Electric car chargers sparking concern tonight in the St. Louis Metro. Some businesses claim a new St. Louis County ordinance aimed at going green could put them out of business. News 4 investigator Susan L. Corey takes those concerns to county leaders who now say this might be something they need to rethink.
We have been hit hard.
In St. Louis County, Mary Kane sees no easy road to growing her print company.
It took a lot of energy to even say, okay, let's keep going.
All because of a problem in the parking lot when the county told her she needed 4 spots for charging electric cars or she can't open shop.
It's not reasonable.
Kane recently rented the space along the back of Concord Plaza.
It's a lot of room here. It's 4,130 square feet.
She says she didn't know the county just passed this ordinance. It affects the unincorporated section and requires 10% of parking spaces to be wired for electric car chargers and 2% of them to have charging stations. According to the ordinance, that applies to new constructions, major remodels, parking lot reconstruction, and changes in use or occupancy.
So back there will be a dark room.
Kane's print shop used to be a daycare, meaning this falls under a change in use.
We're not making any structural changes here, so it was an easy space to move our equipment into.
The way things stand, shopping plazas could have to add charging stations every time a new shop comes in. And at places like this, it's not uncommon for businesses to come and go, which could quickly add up to dozens of spots.
It's unfair to property owners, to business owners.
Danny Woke is the president of Bianco Properties, which owns the plaza. He questions if the ordinance was fast-tracked.
There's 3 other centers right in this intersection that would be most likely required to do the same thing. That would place several hundred parking spaces EV ready.
Woke fears this could drive businesses away, pointing to the cost of a charging station at upwards of $5,000. That doesn't count the thousands more to run wiring, which has to be buried under the parking lot.
In this location, it would cost most likely hundreds of thousands of dollars.
We brought those concerns to the St. Louis County Council. Kelly Dunaway proposed the ordinance. She never responded to our request for an interview.
We don't want people to avoid us because we don't have that technology.
Chair Ritter Hurd Days voted for the ordinance, but tells us it needs to be revisited.
If there's anything that we've done that inadvertently will affect them negatively, I think it is appropriate to do a look at that again and see where we can make perhaps some compromises.
That could change even more because of a newly proposed bill making its way through the state capitol. It would require counties and cities that pass ordinances for charging stations to pay all costs associated with the installation, maintenance, and operation.
The free market will take care of itself. If it's worth doing, it will be done.
Republican State Representative Jim Murphy represents the county. He's behind the proposed bill, arguing the push to go green shouldn't put businesses in the red.
1 for every 10 parking spaces. And that would virtually kill most small businesses and empty most of our shopping centers in South County.
Would the county be willing to help foot the bill for these charging stations?
I don't think we're in a position to do that at this particular point. In looking at the budget, we do not have the wherewithal to fund these kinds of stations right now.
Unless something changes, Mary Kane says she has to put the brakes on her plans or be prepared to move on.
If this doesn't get ironed out, we will have to totally move somewhere else.
This wouldn't just affect the county. Last year, the city of St. Louis passed an ordinance requiring electric car charging stations for new construction. Right now, the state bill is a step closer to becoming law. It was voted out of the House and is now being weighed by the Senate. That's something we'll, of course, keep following. In the meantime, we did ask if the county is considering putting a hold on the ordinance. We were told there aren't any current plans. Susan L. Corey, News 4 investigates.